It was December of 2011 when my girlfriend then, but now wife's two little ones, asked me to come see their Christmas deal here at King of Kings. And after I said yes, they snuck in. It was at church. At that time in my life, I felt if I walked through a church, it would burn down or I would get struck by lightning. That's basically how I felt at that point. I'm glad I walked through the doors and I didn't get burnt or struck down or anything. But there was something in that Christmas pageant, and all the little puppets going, and it was really neat. I've never seen one like that. But God was working that day when I came through those doors, because I just burst into tears and just thought, all these years of all this stuff that I had done, and I made it through the door. That was the beginning. I'm John Blazka, and this is my story. My past is pretty rough and rugged. Everybody has a past. I was an addict of methamphetamine. I was a drunk. That lifestyle ended me up in prison, and I kind of started a little bit of a soul searching in there, and thought of maybe, but then I thought all of the stuff that I did was too much. I thought it was too much for God to love me. Then I came here and I hear that doesn't matter. No matter what I did, I am forgiven. December of 2011, I was at a Christmas party and had been drinking very heavily and decided it was time to go home. I drove down a road that I drive down all the time, but I veered off and I took out a backyard, went through the backyard, went out the backyard fence into a big field with a big tree, and then back out again, and don't remember any of it. When I got out of jail the next morning, I went and looked at my truck, and my truck was just annihilated. There was a hole in the windshield where one of the posts had come through, and it was about that far away from my forehead, right through the driver's, and like pretty much on the side of my, I don't even remember that. Don't remember a post coming through, nothing. I do remember this. I remember having a talk with my grandma, who was pretty much my mom. She raised me my whole life. She always tell me and God ain't done with you yet. And she told me she was praying for me to find a way out of my own hell that I create. And that's when I realized that, all these years of her telling me about God and about this, I should probably start listening. Because I had a really good woman that I was dating with, small children, and I needed to be something more than that. I just hit my knees one day and said, God, I can't do this, I need you. I didn't realize God was holding me. And if I'd just let go, it'd probably have been better. Since that day, everything has changed. And now I can see God working in my life. Like, I have a 3-year-old son. I never even thought I could have children. I was baptized here at King of Kings with my son. A peace that surpassed all understanding just came over me, and I felt like a new breath. It's about the only way I can put it into words. So today, I'm not a millionaire by all means, but I'm richer than I'd ever been. And I'm not talking money. I'm talking, with family and with a good host of friends and a great place I can come if I ever need help.